How's it going, Mr. Cord? And Kara. You see, I see Kara all the time. I don't get to see Cord all the time. I probably see Cord half as much as Kara. Shit. Yeah, you probably lost it over the weekend because of the MCP stream. What am I looking for? My brain refuses to function right now. What are we doing? Danger plan, that's what I'm looking for. Mr. Matt, your episode came out today. Oh, I think I forgot to send it to you. Yeah, I don't think I did any marketing for it yet. I usually do it on the Tuesday after because I'm at work. I already fixed them, Kara. Yeah, I already fixed them. I made sure, I stayed up later than I intended to last night, too. Because I wanted to make sure that the raw footage one came out the same day. So both came out, the raw footage YouTube channel and the actual podcast episode both came out today. And then Kara, thanks to her beautiful credit, has edited the next episode, so that one's ready. We're ahead of schedule. I think it came out today, didn't it? I don't always trust automated systems, so let's see. Let's see if it came out. It did. It did come out. Thank you again for coming on, Mr. Matt. It was a wonderful episode. I've kind of just been disconnected from Cyberpunk a little bit more than I wish I was. It's just been crazy, man. Although I just got a phone call which is why I was a little late coming on. I just got a phone call. It seems like the business thing is going to be done Monday. Not bad. I did some cleaning in the office. I spit into a tube for a DNA ancestry thing. It's been a day. What a day to be alive. People are talking to me about Blood and Bayonets on Discord. Man. No stopping me. No stopping me today. But yeah, it was a good time, Matt. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to come on. I really enjoyed your music stream. I thought that was nice. That was cool. Yeah, anybody here? Oh, I can give you a shout out, actually. Yeah, anybody here who's interested in music, I forget the name of your other channel, but his music was pretty good. It's very electric DJ. I don't know if there's like a technical term for it. Very much reminded me of my days in Jamaica Plains. But he does Cyberpunk / the Borderlands mini game, I guess. Is it a mini game or is it a board game? It's like one of those games where it's kind of both. Yeah, a lot of drum, a lot of bass. Sounded like some electric synchronization in there. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was nice to hear it in English. I'm so used to listening to it in Spanish. It's a minigame, as per its classification. But it's played on a board, right? I know the classification gets kind of weird. It's like somewhere in the middle. Because it's a board with like spaces on it, right? It's kind of like Battletech in some ways. Oh, it's called drum and bass. Okay. Oh, see, that's new to me. I didn't know that. I'm just cleaning the brushes. Because we got some painting to do, boys. I was revitalized this weekend. I almost won. And to me, I won. To me, I won I was in the Masters category of a local cons painting contest for the open category. And I think I won it. I lost it because I put a little flag on it. Because I put a paper flag that wasn't technically painted, which is not entirely true, because there was some paint on it. Because I was trying to cover up the white parts, but they said, yeah, the reason you didn't win is because of the flag. And the funny thing is when I submitted it, I didn't even put the flag on it. I was like, I found it in my box, and I was like, oh, I gotta go put the flag on it. Because I didn't think I was gonna win. I didn't think anybody was gonna care. So I went in there and I put the flag on it. I went out of my way to make sure I lost. But my Dutch, people love them. As much as we make fun of me for it, people really like the Dutch. But you move tiles instead of the limiter. Right, okay, yeah. So it's like one of those weird, kind of in the middle of the two. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of really good games. Like Dust was like that for a long time. Well, you know, Dust was all over the place. I don't know what the hell they wanted. I did, in fact, self-sabotage myself. Matt, I came so close to being on top, I was like, whoa, I gotta stop. What if I reach the top? What do I do at that point? There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else. When you're at the top, everybody just wants to drag you down. But everyone was very kind. They said that they have not ever received that much, like, attention to a model in the painting categories. They said that there was just like a staggering amount of people that came up and asked about it. They were like, a boat with sailors on it? This is fucking sick. This is fucking sick. But yeah, I was honored. Anyone who went and saw it, I hope you liked it. I really appreciate all the kind words. Holy crap. I do really appreciate it. Oh, he's lurking. Making dinner now. Have fun, Matt. I'll be here when you get back. Description. Okay, we're gonna get to painting here. Sorry. People are messaging me. People always want to message. They always message me. Hey, look at this guy. It's Llama. Alright, so our next big goal is in January. There is a Bushido Masters event going on, and in between the stuff I've been painting for other people. So I'm gonna make an exerted push to try and finish another big chunk of Cyberpunk stuff for Ernie, which is going to be the Arasaka stuff. We're currently planning on doing an Arasaka episode of Netwatch at some point here coming up. So that's actually kind of good timing on that part. But we want to make sure that everything's painted for the Bushido Masters, because I'm going for Best Painted, because I'm not going to, sure as hell not going to win. And we're trying to make it so that most of the awards stay local, because apparently I didn't know this until recently, that Bushido GCT, they only let each country do one Masters per, like, in the country. America, in America, we actually technically get 3, because the Grand Masters is an Adepticon, which is obviously an American convention. So, actually, we're really quite lucky that the Bushido Masters is, like, right down the road from where I live. So, I was like, yeah, I got, and obviously, Brian, not Brian, Bagel. Bagel's running it. I call him Brian. The B. But he's the one running it, and he asked me to play in it, so of course I will play. And so I'm going to do my best to have 2 fully painted lists. Bushido's a great game for the most part. I have my good days and bad days with that game. And then the Great Pirate Paint-Off is next month as well. I'm going to be painting French. And I will also probably be painting some of the Kickstarter stuff for that on here as well. So the point I'm getting to is there's always something to paint. There's never going to be something not to paint. You're very welcome, Bagel. As you can hear, I was just talking about you. Yeah, Bagel has very quickly become someone who is important to me. Every day is a good day when you paint. Well said. And yeah, so if he were to ask me to do something for him, he could consider it done. And if he's just asking me to paint and play a model game, consider it done.
Give me that gun. You abandoned me! You abandoned my hatred! I have got to cuddle first. Through my eyes!
And of course we got Chris's stuff. I just pulled it out of the bag. I gotta clean it up. Get the flash off. Yeah, bro, summertime is for painting. Summertime is for painting. Oh, thanks, man. You're important. Hi, Chris. Yeah, but I was absolutely shocked at the outcry for the Finnish Dutch, the thing I had in a Dutch painting contest. I was shocked at how many people wanted to talk to me about it. Thanks, babe. So as of right now, I need to make sure that I know what my 2 lists are going to be. That's what we got to figure out for Bushido. We got the 1 down. I think I am going to just bring that Shite list. I think that list is solid. Chris, what do you think? Do you think we should go for the... What's her name? Manaka? Whatever her name is. The cannon chick? You think that's the list? I gotta say, that cannon's nasty. Minori, yeah, Minori. Hell yeah, boy! See, the one problem with the Minori list is that I have none of it painted. Like, none of it's painted. Yeah, okay, and I found my Joom. It was in my Malifaux stuff. And as I was cleaning stuff up, I found him, and I was like, I knew it! He was in a different spot. Yeah, but every single time that model blasted somebody, dude, Minori fucked some shit up. She fucking killed the model every time she shot. Except for that one, the bowling ball shot. He's such a good-looking model, but I do think he may be the draw. I think it's Joom. Joom didn't feel super strong. That might be a piloting error, fully on my part, not to be like disparaging on myself. But I think that he is a finesse piece that I necessarily may not be very good at. I feel like maybe it would be better to like kind of to try and sneak in Wasupu. Because I think you want a Joom in there in order to have the range tech. But I think Wasupu's just a little bit more, like, consistent. Especially since you already have Raki. Raki. Welcome. Yeah, everybody that's here. Holy crap, a lot of people. Thank you for being here. Thanks for letting me into your home. So, let's get to the modeling. Let's get started. I believe. that every day's a good day when you paint. I believe. It puts a lot of good thoughts in your heart. We're gonna have to listen to that song though. We are gonna make some happy accents today. I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna put some green here. Oh, there it is, right there. Now you might be thinking, oh, Dr. D is going crazy. Okay, let's do something crazy. Oh, right there. We're gonna pull out the fan brush. So something that's important to notice about this model is that this is thirsty. This metal model it absorbs paint. Sometimes you're gonna get a model that's maybe a little bit more porous than others, so it's gonna drink that paint. Am I freestyling? No. Yeah, it's a song. You were here when I played it. The Misarajan ones was also very good. I'm gonna play it. I have to play it now. Again, I'm probably gonna get copyright struck or whatever, but... You think we worship? Who do you think you are?
Dylan talks about being the only wrestling podcast. So write me the podcast.
Thank you for the follow, Mr. Jacam. J Cam, however you want to say it. Welcome. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll do it in a second. Welcome. Welcome to the Deezaster Zone, Mr. J Cam. I hope you're a PBS fan. I feel like, J-Cam, have you talked before? I feel like I've seen that name before. Yeah, I feel like I've seen J.K. I feel like I've seen that name somewhere. Maybe on Discord? You know him, Bushido Bros, Bushido section of Webboy. Okay, so we have met. Yeah, the bass is... That's why I didn't want to stop it. This bass is great. I should have saved that one. That one was pretty good. I gotta say, the lo-fi section of Pretzel Rock, the app we use, is... It's got some real bangers in there. Actually, hold on. Can I... Yeah, that's the problem, is I can't go back. So, like, if I don't save the song while it's playing, you can't go get it. Just stupid.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you. First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your homes. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and paint along with us each week. Let's go over to the canvas here and let's get started. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe, Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. You can almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Make love to the canvas. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Caress it. Very gentle. Grab it. Lift it. Fluff it. You can go on and on and on. Back and forth. Layer after layer after layer. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Relax. Let it flow. Think like water. Relax. Let it flow. You can go on and on and on. We don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. You can do anything that you want to do. Total power. Sing along, have a good time. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Beautiful song. Tears me up every time. Bushido, yeah, okay, I must have seen your name in the Bushido Discord for the Webway channel. So, I have something to tell you, Chris, that I thought that you might find fairly funny. So if you're still here, tell me. I got a message, somebody commented on our YouTube video. Something that might bring a little smile to your face. Yeah, I was just gonna say it, but let me read it verbatim. Bushido.
Be there.
All right, and I quote. It's so refreshing to watch a battle report where both players look like they're actually having fun. That's what I would say. It is a llama. It's a llama dama. Alright, so Bushido, gentlemen. Bushido, Bushi. Bushi. I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. I couldn't friggin' agree with you more on that. This weekend was actually a really good example of that, which I'm sure I'll talk about here momentarily. But Bushido Warriors, I need your advice. So, after the Masters, I told myself that I was not going to start buying and painting young pirates until after I finished all of Silvermoon. And I still got a good ways to go. But, after Masters, I'm probably going to let myself have one. So, my request is, what would you like that model to be? Anything from Bushido dudes? That's such a good name. Oh no. That's amazing. Oh no, that's perfect. Oh no. Bushido dudes. Alright, well, 2-Ton Tom, you've done it. You've done it. You've won. You've won the internet. Anyway, so, what model from Young Pirates do you want to see me paint? It can be any of them. Even that stupid... It's not stupid, it's actually really cool. The big, dumb dragon thing. Water dragon monster. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna do a spin the wheels, okay? We're gonna do a spin the wheel. So we got horseshoe crab. Yep, I knew the water dragon kami was coming. That's why I wanted to get that out real quick. So we have the biggest model in that range or the smallest one so far. No in between. I like that. He would do Ryujin, I think they say it, justice, but I'm gonna vote Hitokuchi. Hitokuchi! The street shark. Yeah. No, I love the sharks. I'm all about shark supremacy. I love crabs, don't get me wrong, but sharks, I love sharks. Sharks are cool. I love octopus, but there's really not a ton of octopus representation in the faction that has a octopus as its logo. Mother of Pearl would also be brought to heavenly level. Oh, is that a model? Oh, I thought that was like more of a... Mother of Pearl. Okay. Is that actually a model? Heavenly? So the actual studio painter for Bushido stuff, I think, is Mr. Tesseract, right? It's Mr. Shy Guy. There is that Fire Ursula Swinton model. Is it they have a few people who do some things? I thought it was like their main painter, because he went to Malifaux. I think he became like their main painter. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, she sure is. She turns people into mustache crabs. Really? I don't remember this. I don't remember this model. And it's fine if the model's like in a box set or whatever. I'll just buy the box set. It's not a huge deal because I'm probably gonna paint it all anyway at some point.
This is another good one. Good song.
Mayoyasu? Is that the mother of pearl egg? You know, I'll just so people aren't just sitting there staring at a model. Kani-chan? Okay, yeah. Hinokuchi is the hammerhead? Okay, no, he's actually like it's like a great white. Nom 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 nom. Yasu. Okay. Oh, this is like the fire chick. Yeah. I was actually looking at this one. Yeah, she's like an octopus type thing. Yeah, that like spits fire. She's like, that's kind of sick. So who is Mother of Pearl? Jin painting to the two-player star. Jin paint. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. Turns people into mustache crabs. If that it's supposed to be like a model from the deep. Yeah, we don't actually have the pictures. I'm assuming it's probably her. There's that creepy octopus man. Like, there's a couple, like, octopus people. Like, you know, and that's cool, don't get me wrong. But I want, like, an angry octopus. Like, I'm a Lovecraft fan, don't get me wrong. Like, I love squid heads, don't get me wrong. And sorry that this green is taking so long. This is probably like one of those colors where it's just got to go down a couple times just because it's over such a long chunk of model. And as said, I think this model is very thirsty. The porousness of the metal. But that's okay, because it makes shading easier on some level. That's her, and those are the crabs. Oh, that's what you mean by mustache crab. It's like a little face. Hi, David. The Miyakoma models are cool too. Miyakoma. You guys just want to see me paint crabs. You guys want me to paint creepy fish people. David, how's painting the natives been? I got asked by the Firelock model sculptor if I did commissions today. He wants to commission me. He's like, do you only do historicals? I was like, no, sir. It's always nice to be asked, you know? It's quite the testament. Alright, just gotta get this banned. And we should do a whip it out today. So if you guys have been doing anything that you would like to show off on the stream, ask me any questions, want to just show off, then put it in the Discord, which I will link. We got some really good painters in there. This is essentially the Arachne Discord at this point. I need to actually make it a little bit more official here pretty soon. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Oh yeah, listen to your new Arachne today. It was very informative. Listen, I'm glad. Yeah, it was actually, he was in here a little bit earlier. He just went to go get dinner. Mr. Matt. There is a longer form version of it with all the errors and bloopers and stuff in the YouTube if you want to listen to some of your painting too. Yeah, it's awesome. I was honored. I think I'm in love with the idea of the work. The idea of the work. Well, that's good. I find deadlines help. If I don't give myself a deadline, I never finish. Yeah, but when Matt reached out to me and he asked if he could be on the show, I knew that it was going to be a great opportunity to go over just the idea of, like, what it is that content creators, like, go through. You're shooting for Christmas Eve. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. That's perfectly fine with me. Because I will say, I think some people... There's a lot of people out there who want to make stuff. But it's important to realize that it is a lot of fun. It's one of those things where you have to have complete control over your dopamine system. Because the first couple things you make, there's going to be nothing. Nobody's going to react to it. You have to kind of do it for the love of the game, shall we say. And I do think that the algorithm is kind of purposely made to kind of drag that stuff out. Because I do think a lot of people who are excited to do these kinds of things at the beginning, they expect that excitement to kind of stick around forever. And you'll know, I mean, it definitely doesn't. There's definitely a point where you're just like, God, this feels like work. But it turns into a more, like, sustained, like, sense of, like, like, what's the right word? I was gonna say sense of entitlement. That's not the right word, but you definitely feel the joy, I guess, the sense of fulfillment. That's probably a better word for it. If you just become like, if you just keep going at it, right? Because at that point, once you kind of become like the recognized face of something, it's really cool. It's a really good feeling. Yeah, 100%. And I think that becoming that, I don't want to say face. I said face, but like to become a known, to become like associated with a brand, I guess is kind of what I'm saying. It's like I don't work for Firelock by any means. I don't really even talk to Firelock all that much, but they are on some level. You know, you do enough stuff with their products and stuff, and it's kind of like Blood and Pigment, right? Where Blood and Pigment doesn't really technically work for Firelock, but it's kind of hard to separate the two. It's like Star Wars Legion and Endless. Like, you know, he does the blog and he does YouTube stuff for Star Wars Legion. And it's just like, to me, I find it difficult to like disassociate the two things. So it's like if I was looking for information for Star Wars Legion, I would go to him, right? And I always forget the name of his channel. It's not Winter Gaming. Well, for lack of a better word, the Firelock community is so small that's all incestuous. Gross. But yes, that's a good way to look at it. Winter Moon. Winter Moon is what it is, yeah. Anytime I want to look it up, I always put in Star Wars Legion Winter. And then his thing always comes up. And we are using Monument Hobbies bright yellow green. This color's life. This color sustains me. Actually, speaking of Blood and Pigment, they just released a new article today about the Spanish commander that's coming out in the new Kickstarter. The one I painted is in there. That one was written by Garrett. I finished that one Saturday after I got home from a mini gaming convention.
Hey pretty thing, couldn't help but see you stroking it there. Nice technique. Gotta say if this is what you are putting out there it'll probably be around more often. Insert very struggling wink like one where it seems like I don't know how to wink but think I do.
Mike, are you finally back? Are you finally back to the stream? Thanks, buddy boo. That's good. I'm assuming you feel more... Weren't you saying that you were getting a little worried about your job? That might have been audio, Jay. Yeah, was it you that felt like you were job insecure? Not me. My job is sitting still on the last group. Okay. Yeah, I must be thinking of audio, Jay. He said if I remember right, he said he wasn't like really worried, but he said there was always like a chance. So, how did everybody's Everwinter go? If you went. Mine went pretty okay. Yeah, tell me how the Infinity stuff went. How'd you do? Some things I liked very much. Some things I didn't like at all. Yeah, how'd you do, man? Chris, I know you went in there with... I don't want to say high hopes isn't the right word, but you were excited. I got 9th with an army I thought I would be bottom 5 with. Very surprised, was not expecting that result. Were you playing Caledonia like usual? Tool got a half limited edition Warsnow build. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. He did tell me that. Yeah, that's amazing. Of all the people to get it, he's the one that deserved it. With all the work on like tables and stuff he's done, yeah, he deserves something.
So help me, I was playing Drews. I have been saying I was going to play it for 3 months on Discord, but everyone thought I was playing Caledonia or Starka when I got to the table cause everyone else told them I was playing one of those two.
Yep, I heard, yep, Grayson got the other one, which is awesome. I've been saying I was going to play it for 3 months on Discord, but everyone thought I was playing. Well, it's not like anybody knows how to read. One best table. Yeah, you 100% are. Yeah, I'm really glad they're doing best tables. I'm really glad they're focusing in on the table aspect of Infinity. Very gratified by the response from Mike. Yeah, to call the graffiti on the favela. Yeah, that was a good idea. Oversurfed myself on Friday night and made rounds 1 and 2 more difficult. It had to be. How'd you place, Mr. Chris? If you don't mind me asking. Got a free 4x4 map by Mars. We need another water map. Hey, I'm never going to say no to that. I'm going to consistently do... I mean, if we get another water map, then I don't think we really need to ask people for mats. Because I'm going to get at least one more water mat that's like the brighter blue. Yeah, 4x4 works. Technically, C games are on 4x4s anyway. I just like them on bigger mats because you don't have to scroll, you don't have to scale. As I like to tell people, you play it on a 4x4, but a 4x6 is better. How is Dystopian Wars? Isn't it any good? Lizard. Needs more scaling. I took the penultimate place and avoided the spoon. Congratulations! Rounds 4, 5, and 6 were fun games, but still put my ranking confidence in glaring display. Well, I'm glad to hear you did not get last. You see, Chris, your big problem is that you still enjoy the game. We gotta knock that out of you. It's good. New edition just came out, so it's the index problem that 40K has till all faction rules are out. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think the index thing was too bad. I always appreciate when like armies are a little bit less complicated at the beginning of an edition. I didn't mind indexes. I thought they were I thought it was kind of fun and refreshing. No, I had to fight for last place. Hello, Senior Diablo. It's very pleasant on my eyes to see. Wow. Wow. Wilmar got last place? No shit. 40 prom queen. You got last place, Wilmar? I'm actually kind of surprised. Voted prom queen. Most wicked newcomer. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, there's no way Wilmar got last. I thought he won a game. I couldn't agree more. That's a great prize for him. So you know what? I think this is ultimately going to be what we talk about for the next, like, couple hours, because I think that is the coolest fucking idea. I gotta figure out a good Sunday to come down to AO. Miss Congeniality! Yes! So, this is a great segue into what I want to talk about today. So, I was at Everwinter, and I did Old World. And my relationship with Old World is kind of similar to Bushido, except I think Bushido is probably better. I won my last game 5-3. Friggin' yeah, dude, combine armies is a task. It's a real task. Another name of the town. Name of the town. Oh. Sheesh. So, I played Old World. I won't go too much into details about Old World itself, but the actual event was hosted by my good friend Brooks. Brooks is a fantastic guy. Anybody who's met him, you'd love him. He's a great guy. I saw Chris for a few minutes all weekend. I didn't even get to... Yeah, actually, I didn't get to hang out with PCN, like, at all. They left and didn't even say goodbye. I was like, what the hell? Also, I'm playing Starmada this year, because no one played O12 this year. It's because I wasn't there. But yeah, I went to the Old World event, and it was a narrative event, so it was a thing that Brooks has been kind of working on for
it's
a good chunk now.
I gave them magic packs each. I think I am their favorite now. Bribery is the key.
Yeah, instead of wanting to do anything after the con had closed, they wanted to go to the room and play Magic all night. And I was like, what the fuck? You don't like lamplighters? Anyway, yeah, so we were doing the Old World event, and the whole idea was you were supposed to get gold that you could use to upgrade your guys from game to game. It was a fun little thing. And I went with Chaos. I went with my Nurgle boys. And I bring a fairly unoptimized list because I like Nurgle. I like playing mono affiliated because I love Mono God. And, you know, it was like basic stuff. Like guys on foot. I wanted to bring ogres, which are like probably not something you're really supposed to bring. I brought a bunch of fun stuff. I wanted to bring trolls, chaos trolls, which are just not, I guess they're not bad, but they're not really good. I wanted to bring some unoptimized stuff. Let's just put it that way. And my first round was against somebody who was relatively new. Him and his brother showed up. And I played him. Had a great time. Grand old time. He was playing vampire counts. And we kind of slugged it out in the middle. It was all about positioning. It was all super interesting. And I just used the terrain to my advantage. And then, you know, like a dragon came over and ate stuff and blah, blah. We were laughing the whole time. Great game. Fantastic time. Yeah, that was an oversight. You should come over to my basement where I could chop you up. I mean, play Infinity. I'll talk about that in a second, actually, with Infinity. But the second person I played was the guy's brother, who was also pretty new. He was playing Chaos Warriors. I was playing my Chaos Warriors. And we just had a big rompus, you know, big fight in the middle. And it was great. Great time. And, yeah, had a grand old time. You know, taught him some stuff. It was great. Had a laugh and two, blah, blah, played the game. Third game was a guy who brought dwarves, and I guess he's like a regular Midgard guy. I guess he's the one that runs the Midgard events. He brought some cheese-riddled piece of shit list that was all like gyrocopters and a character that causes any movement to be dangerous, which you can't save. And it was just a bunch of the best stuff in the book that, you know, it was all shooting and blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, I'm standing there, and as soon as I saw the list, I was like, okay, we're not actually going to get to play the game because I'm going to kill myself in the game because dangerous terrain, you know, if you have to move, it's like fighting a gun line is one thing, but if moving towards the gun line kills you and there's nothing you can do about it, I'm not entirely sure you're primed for a good time. So, you know, I set my stuff down, and I'm trying to be optimistic. We start playing. Exactly what I expect to happen starts happening. My entire army starts to melt around me, and I can't do anything about it. The gyrocopters just kind of, you know, like, move around and shoot things, and they kill a couple guys here and there, and yada yada. And it was miserable. It sucked. And I told the guy that I don't know why you would bring that list to a narrative event. It's awful. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's not a very fun list to play against." And then I said, "Then why do you bring it? Why did you bring this? If you don't expect, if you have to, the way I see it, if you go to a gaming table and you have to apologize for your list, don't fucking bring it. Don't do it. If you're going to a tournament, fine. Whatever." Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like, don't go to the narrative with this. Unacceptable. And so, the people that, you know, the prize support, and the prize support was really good. It was like 3, like, battalion boxes, which is like, I feel like they're like 200. How much are those boxes? How much are they? Games Workshop. And this isn't just going to turn into me complaining. So it's a $195 box. So they had 3 of those. They had 3 $200 boxes that they were giving away as prizes, which is awesome. Thank you, Wicked Dicey, for doing that. Absolutely phenomenal. Feta cheese is delicious. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was not an enjoyable experience, Chris. I agree. So, the 3 people that walked away with the prizes, which were $200 boxes, were the 3 people who brought the lists that were way too good, that were, like, obviously, like, competitive level lists, right? Because the prizes were win, like the winner, right? And then the other prize was accumulate the most gold, which you can do if you play well, right? Because you mostly get gold by winning, essentially. And then the other one was whoever made the most money, and then whoever, like, spent the least out of the money that they had. And so the 3 people that won were the 3 best players that were there, obviously, which is understandable. But nobody else got anything. It was, out of the, like, 9 people that were there, it was like 9, it might have been like 8, might have been 8 people. Nobody walked away with anything that wasn't an army that was like, hey, you have the best army, and you smash the shit out of people. And, you know, those are the people that won. And so they show up with these lists that, quite honestly, probably made some people miserable. And then they get rewarded with a $200 box as they go about their little merry way and go back home and enjoy their ill-gotten gains or whatever. So, Mike is the one where I'm going with this. So why doesn't an narrative event have soft scores even? Exactly. So, I think, to his credit, I think that's what the gold system was supposed to be for. I think that's what Brooks was trying to help kind of like even out. So I think he was trying to do something for that. And in the army construction rules, in one of your 2,000 point lists, it was 2,000 points, 2,000 points, and then the third game was 1,000 points. the 1,000 points had to have things that were in your 2,000 point list. I believe they did that. He was doing that to, one, for time reasons, because we had to leave before the con shut down, and to limit army construction in a way that was, to, like, help kind of drag out some of the cheese, I guess. Which I think was I think his intention was good. And Chris is not a power gamer. He plays the game because he likes it. He's really community driven. Absolutely phenomenal man. Jeff from, I think his name is like Jeff or John or whatever from Midgard. Hope I never play the game again with him. Super nice guy. Did everything he could to try and make me not miserable, even though playing against his list was miserable. It doesn't work on me because I know if you're walking in with that kind of situation, you're intentionally trying to make people miserable and try and making it okay, which is not okay. Sounds like, yeah, I agree. There should have been like a most thematic list. I agree. I think that would have been very needed. It's that kind of shit that makes me not interested in playing certain games at bigger events. They usually cons. I will not go to old world events anymore at a con. Like I said, I didn't have a bad time, but I could very easily see how that could turn into a very miserable day. Narrative events are meant for fun. If I had this experience, I would have taken my turn and just sat there the whole time until the game would have ended in spite. Essentially, that's what I did. I kept playing, but every time he like tried to engage me or like joke around, I won't even say joke around, but he was like he knew what he was doing. Like he knew. Like he made comments where he was like, "Oh yeah, who knows what's gonna happen," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Can we please?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm not gonna do a lot of shooting this turn." His entire army shoots me. Because it's an entirely ranged list. And I looked at him and I'm like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, you don't think I see what's happening? Like, I predicted what was going to happen in the end of round 1. Like, it's very obvious. And I get that he's trying to be, like, friendly. Which is fine. Whatever. Like, if that's what people want to play, it's like, I don't give a shit, right? Go do your thing. But, like, a narrative event like that, I don't know. It had a bad taste in my mouth. And so those are the 3 people that won stuff, right? And so I do think that it continues the reinforcement, at least in my mind, that if you want people to not bring the lists that crush people's, faces, I think that the tournament comp and the prize support needs to like follow that train of thing. It needs to be a congruent thing. And so I think that if you were to have that kind of event or whatever, yeah, there either needs to be some kind of soft score that makes it so that people who aren't bringing the most face smashingest lists have a chance of getting something, or you need to make sure that everybody walks away with something. I would probably do that for a regular event anyway, but there's a lot. I think that TOs need to realize that if you don't want people to bring that kind, and that maybe they don't care, which is also another thing, but if you don't want that to be the main focus, you need to remove the prize support from that being the main focus, right? So, like, first place they should win something, sure, whatever. There wasn't a best painted, which I think is crazy. Any event that I do, best painted will be equal to second. There's no debate in that. Because I think that the hobbying, and I say that as somebody who hobbies a lot, is just as important as the actual gameplay part of the game. I mean, I stonewalled the guy. He kept trying to like be nice to me, and I was like, "We're not doing this. You're not gonna walk away from this feeling like you didn't do something wrong." I had a pretty shitty time with him. That was the exact experience with my 4th round opponent. DM that name. DM that motherfucker's name. Shame him. But again, if you're going to like a tournament, like sure, I get it. If you bring something cheesy, I understand. It makes perfect sense. You go to that kind of thing, you kind of expect a little bit of that. And me and Brooks were talking about it, and Dan from PCN. We were all kind of talking about it while we were at breakfast. It's like there's this American mentality of like, kind of like forgetting that, like, that there's like, this is still like a game, you know? And you did the narrative in order to avoid... Correct. Exactly. I just wanted to have an easy weekend, hang out with some people, play Old World. And I got 2 out of 3 games that were great, because they both brought lists that were like fluffy. Like, yeah, the vampire horde and, you know, zombies and stuff. And you're like, yeah, this is awesome, and the big bats, and it's really cool. And then, you know, I played against another warrior cast player. He's like, yeah, you know, big marauders and, you know, guys throwing spears and whatever. It's great. Professional Casual's here. Hi, Tim. Tim, you left and didn't even say goodbye. Shit, man. Me and Brooks were both standing there like, where the hell did they go? I will say my 4 opponents were a dream. Bless Mike for hitting me with that round 1 challenge. Yeah, right? Yeah, Mike's always fun to play against. Mike can crush you and you have a great time. And that's the difference, you know? Like, there are people who can play and they're just like, it's just a joy to play them. And we love those. And those are the people that should be community leaders. Mike is great. Brooks is amazing. Mike is also amazing. They're all amazing. Everybody I'm about to list is amazing. They're all equal with each other, put it that way. Mike is amazing. Brooks is amazing. Bagel's amazing. Chris is amazing. I was talking to Miles and Brian's right outside the room. Sorry, man. I thought you were gone. No, I think we were still in there. I figured that was the case. Because I was like, Jesus Christ, what a fucking Irish goodbye. Like, I was walking around after, and I was like, I wonder, like, they didn't say goodbye. They must still be here. I walked over there, and, like, the MCP room was completely empty. I was like, ah, shit, Jesus, okay, I guess they left. And then I was walking around, I think it was Miles, or something. I think I found Brian. I was like, yeah, where'd they go? Like, oh, yeah, they left. I was like, oh, okay, great. Let's see my form. It's like some Afro Samurai number 2 ASW. Yeah, kinda. You could have played Infinity and you had one more kick your face in. If I wasn't playing Old World, I probably just would not have played anything. And I did it because Brooks asked me to. I didn't play Old World out of like some established, like, yeah, you know, I think the game's great. The room, he's probably a beast at Bushido. I think Wilmar's okay at Bushido. I think his biggest issue is he just doesn't play a lot. I mean, he plays like, what, slightly less than me? Which is none, since a long time ago. Tim, I pulled a breeding pool land from one of those packs. How was Taylor's pull? Saw John left already with his box. Sorry, man. It's whatever. It's fine. I don't know who John is. Oh, John, the guy from Midgard? We were just talking about him. I think he's a piece of shit. Played against him? Awful. Hope I never have to do that again. Well, when you do what he did, this is something I don't understand in the mini-warming gaming community, is you have these people that do this kind of shit, and then they never get told to fuck off. And it's infuriating. Because if they don't get told that it's not acceptable, they're gonna keep doing it. I haven't played Bushido since the event. Yeah, with the Hagane incident. Yeah. And I always call people out when they do that shit. I did it with Andre. Webway Andre, not Andre from AO. I played against him in the 3rd round. He brought some bullshit list to a narrative event. Unacceptable. And then he takes the prize support away from other people who don't like play the game nearly as much as him. Terrible community drive. Awful. I didn't want the prizes. I was like, there was like a bunch of people there who haven't played that much. That would have been like incredible to them. They're like, yeah, you know, we've played this game like less than 10 times when we came to this event. by the way, here's John, this community leader at another store. He's gonna fucking murder you. You don't get anything. Watch as he walks away with a 200 prize box. What a really good way to instigate good sportsmanship and bringing lists that are fun for everybody involved. Fuck him. And I'll gladly say that to his face. You free December 21st? We're doing some practice matches at Webite. Yeah, didn't you say you were doing like a practice tournament? I think I have it on my schedule. I think I set time aside for that. Yeah, it's on my calendar. I'll be there. It's like, again, I feel like I go blue in the face saying this. I don't care about winning. I don't care. I really do not care about winning. I don't care. But if I have to walk up to the table and I can predict the next 2 hours of my life and it not being somewhat enjoyable, I get a little steamy because it's bullshit. And so it's like offering William. You're gonna offer Wilmar your B? It's tough to balance a narrative event.
I was very mentally ready to go 0 to 5 yesterday.
Yeah, 5 games of Infinity is exhausting. I met him once at a Midgar event. He is very nice. Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's mean. I'm just saying he's a piece of shit. Those are two very different things. John Everwinter. Oh, yeah, dude, big fan. Big fan of John Everwinter. Good man. Good man. So it's like, anyway, like I was saying, if you're going to run an event and you don't want to instigate that kind of stuff, there has to be prizes spread out in such a way where winning is not the goal. It should be at a narrative event, it should be who had the best, like, moment. And it should all be, like, almost by, like, community driven. Because in a way, the human mind, which is a beautiful thing, by the way. That's why I like, yeah, raffling and randomness always make everything great. So if it's like you play a game, and let's just say all the prizes are done by raffle, you gain raffles by the other person saying, yo, he did this like sick ass shit, and I thought it was awesome, and he deserves like 3 tickets or what, something like that. Where it's very like community driven, because one, it forces you to not be a piece of shit, first of all, if you want to walk away with anything. And it also forces you to play something that doesn't make the other person miserable. Because even if I play a game, hypothetically, right? Well, I'm just going to use Mike's name. I don't think Mike would ever do this. But if me and Mike were playing a game of Infinity, or whatever, and quite honestly, if me and him were playing a game, even if we had like a good like moment in it, if I didn't like the things that he did in regards to like his lists or the way he treated other people or whatever, I wouldn't give him a vote. Even if we got along. You know what I mean? Where if it's like, if you have the option between 3 different people to be like, hey, this guy deserves a prize because he came here and he did this or that or whatever, you're going to give it to that person over the person that brought the list that you just didn't enjoy playing against, or abuses the rules, or is the best thing in every category and they didn't bring any of this, blah, blah, blah. Miles seems super stressed / spent. Hope he was alright and the event went okay. He seemed okay when I was leaving. I mean, he's like that every year. You know how he is. Miles worries too much. Plus, he was going home to an infant. You know how it is. Most games should be considering you're going to spend 2 to 3 hours with another person, unless people are like signing up for. Yeah, and again, if that's what people want, I don't care. But if you're going to go to a narrative event, I feel like there's a specific like kind of like mentality that you might be going into it. Now, do I think that John did it maliciously to make other people miserable? No. But I do think that as somebody who supposedly is a community-minded member for a game store in the local area, that's not what you show up with. And then, like something that I've even noticed is like, I think people are worried that if you call a lot of this stuff out, can I ask why for a narrative event there was only one big prize? There was 3 prizes. I'll go over that. I went over it just I'll go over it in a second. But when I forgot what the point I was going to. I did
do it. I literally crushed him in the narrative event in which my sole goal was to win. Thematic be damned. What I care about more than anything else is being a winner. Cause that's my fun ostracizing myself from others at a fun event.
You know what? I'm glad you did it, Mike. You did it. So the way the prizes worked was there was 3 $200 boxes that I think Everwinter supplied, or Wicked Dicey or whatever. So there was 3 like big $200 boxes, and all 3 of them went to the 3 people that play the game the most, and they usually play lists that are like way better than everything that they play. Right? I think it's very antisocial. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, so let's just say, and I've done this plenty of times. If I show up to an event, or anything in life, shall I say, if I were to show up to like a thing, and then there's like somebody there that nobody likes, but nobody's like willing to say, hey, yo, bro, nobody likes you. You're kind of a pain in the ass. Right? I'm that kind of person. I go there and I know people don't like me, but I don't give a shit. I'm very opinionated. Which is fine. Like, I don't want people to like me. And this is the point I'm getting to. It's like, if I go to an event, I think there's a big push for people to be like, oh, wow, you know, you did this thing that's not really acceptable. I'm just gonna, like, try and be friendly about it. And I'm gonna, like, try and be your friend or whatever the fuck. The way I look at it is, like, if you tell these people what it is that they're doing, there's a chance that they might not do it again. Very unlikely, but there's a chance. And then 2, if they don't like being talked to like that way or whatever, and they don't like you, they're never going to talk to you again and they don't want to be your friend. Oh no! The one person who plays stuff I don't like playing against isn't going to like me or want to come to my events. No! Whatever will I do? No. Because those are the people that nobody listened to anyway. So it's like, in a way, it's kind of like a lose-lose in a lot of ways. And I do think antisocial is the way to put it. I think that even if it's something is like
work on me, I am too socially oblivious.
And that's fine. I think a lot of those people are. But the way I see it is like, when I'm running my events, I'm not like, hey man, you did such a great job bringing something that nobody likes, or, you know, you have this, like, behavior that nobody likes and nobody wants you here and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be, like, extra encouraging that for them to come back. Like, I'm not going to be mean, but I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage in their game. Because they're lonely or whatever. And if they don't want to come back to the event I run the next time, great. Then nobody has to deal with it. And it's harsh. But the way I see it is, like, if somebody does a behavior that's not generally encouraged, they need to be informed, because if they're not, in some ways you're also implicated in it, because now you're just letting it happen. So, like, to me, when it comes to a community, if you really want to get a good gaming group going, you either have to pray that everybody likes each other, or there's someone who might ruin the community. If they come and show up and start, like, ruining everybody's good time, the community's not going to do well. This is hypocritical of me to say, but people are in fact they are way too nice at events. And I've been saying this for years. 4 years! But people are in a nice community doesn't necessarily means inviting to the new player or growing a community. Disrespectful behavior that goes unchecked needs to be addressed. I could not agree more. And that's exactly what I'm saying. So I'm glad Tim agrees with me. And I'm sure as far as you go, in the MCP group, and I'm not going to say like any community is toxic, but I'm going to come out and say that I think the old world community, there's some real toxic shit going on with some of the people around here in regards to like list building in like kind of like that. And I don't want that to be discouraging for people to play it, because there's a lot of really good people. And it's a damn good game. Like, Old World is great, but every time I go to an event, I pay the price. Because I play against somebody who brings some, like, weird shit like that. It's a very, like, unbalanced game. And it's fine when everybody's, like, kind of playing on the same level. But if you have somebody who's going a little bit too hot on the paint, I do think that things start to crack. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I do think on some level gatekeeping is a I think it's healthy on some level. I mean, like gatekeeping I think has a bit of like a negative connotation to it, especially with stuff like with historical gamers. Because when people hear gatekeeping, I think they mostly think of, oh, I want to play Napoleonics or whatever, but you know, I don't want to get button counted, is what they call it. It's like, oh yeah, you know, you have an army that's supposed to be at the Battle of Austerlitz, but don't you know that there was a shortage of buttons, and all the jackets had 3 less buttons, but you painted the button. It's like that kind of gatekeeping is not good. That's not good gatekeeping. But I do think that, as Tim is saying, like the arms race needs to stop. Hey, I've gatekept Nazis out of punk music. Yeah, great. And they don't belong there. And I am not going to be the one to sit here and say like, hey, I am the moral authority of everything that's going on, and if you don't pass my vibe check, you don't deserve to be at things. I don't want to come off that way, but I do think that there's a time and place for everything, and I think a lot of people have trouble figuring that out. And to me, the way I see it is, if I were to go to an event where everybody was like, I guess like handicapped, I guess if you want to say that, with like, hey, everybody's gonna bring this like kind of themey list where you got to bring something that's like bad or whatever. If everybody knows they're going to an event like that, in my mind, it makes the game more fun because it makes it very like down to the wire. Like when I sit back and I think about the best miniatures games I've ever played, it's not, oh yeah, at the end of turn 2, I know I had him crushed. It's always, hey, it's the last turn. The last 3 dice rolls are going to determine what happens. I'm rooting for them. They're rooting for me. Everybody's cheering and chirping. Those are the best games. And that's how I met Tim, for the most part, because I was playing against Rob at MCP at ACO. Was having a great time. I was hooting and hollering the whole time. That's the shit that matters to me. I think those are the best games. Is gatekeeping the right word for chasing up your hero someone? I call it weeding, personally. I think gatekeeping has a bit of a negative connotation to it, at least in regards to like what it's been attached to. It's kind of like the word woke, where it's like nobody really even knows the definition of what it means anymore. Narcissism is also one that gets very, like, everybody's narcissistic. Everybody. If you don't like the things that they do, they're a narcissist because they're too self-absorbed or whatever. And it's like, that's not what narcissism is. And bipolar is also a very common one, where it's like, it's just kind of this word that people use, but they're not entirely sure what it means. Or they think they know what it means anyway. All I'm saying is that if you want a perfect garden, if you don't weed it, it's gonna go bad. And you don't have to be mean to do this. Like, you can go up to somebody and say, hey, your list made some people upset. Please don't do that again. And that's all you gotta do. If they show up and do it again, you get a little more firm. And you're like, listen, we've already talked about this. Don't come to the next event if you're gonna be an asshole. Yeah, there needs to be a better word for it. Weeding or pruning is fine, but we need to do better. I agree. I could not agree more. I'm sure it happens in the MCP world. I mean, it happens in everything. But I mean, Tim, from your standpoint, how many games have you done the stream for? How many times have you seen just like one person just being like way miserable? I bet you do, Jason. People like an opinionated Dylan. So, like, when I go to the Grandmasters to play Bushido, or excuse me, when I go to the Masters event in Bushido, am I expecting everybody to bring, like, pillow-fisted lists? No.
So, you like good quacks, do ya? We'll show you, man.
I like young people. How many times do we gotta tell you this, old man? More firm, more often, and you will be told that. It's funny you said that, D. We've been meaning to talk to you. Lizard. I am more than willing to accept that I'm a piece of shit. I've been telling myself that for years. You can tell me. It doesn't bother me. Because guess what? I agree with you. I'd be the first one to agree with you. One day I'll be told that. As the person in the field directly related to that, I, for the life of me, cannot use that. Eugenics. More firm, more often, you will be told that. It's a lot rarer than I thought. Could be the events we cover, but games for the most part of pretty tight close, unless the dice are really one-sided, but then it's kind of thrown in that. Yeah, right. Yeah, obviously. Early rounds of an event obviously are the most likely for it to happen. Right, because then you have people who are like on mismatched experience levels. And I totally think that, you know, diamond sharpens diamond. You know, you gotta bump into stuff that is hard to beat in order to get better. Couldn't agree more with that. But, like, even for, you know, Blood and Plunder, I'm getting pretty involved with the community for that game. And, like, you know, I'm just gonna call him out. Nigel, keeps giving me these lists to, like, crush people. And I'm like, I'm not gonna use that. I'm not using that list on people. It's not happening. Because I don't want people to play the game. I don't want them to be miserable.
What is the dog cam looking at? I want to see them toesies or the dogs.
It got moved because I was moving models. Yeah, I'll move it right now. Thank you for the call out. You want to see them piggies? Why she sets it up like this? Lizard. No. Yeah, because, like, in my mind, if you play with bad lists, and then you're still able to pull a win out...
You hate to see
it, Chuck. I think it makes you a better player. Generally speaking. Also, I'm painting stuff for the Secret Santa. I did finish a guy. I did finish one of the English militia. Oh, that's right, they don't have magnets on. I don't put magnets on other people's stuff. Only my stuff. Stay away from my magnets. These English militia models are sick. I love these things. It's funny, because they're the first to die. They're always the first to die! And he came out really good, though. And if you guys want to see... You know what, I'll just post it. If you want to see the model I painted for Blood and Pigment... Make sure you check out the article they just put out. I was helping them... I'm helping them with their Kickstarter stuff. But if you go in there, the version of that model I painted is down there. It's about like halfway down the screen. By the way, Tim, cool that you get to come and hang out today. I've missed you, man. I thought I was sad that we couldn't do more while you were here. Mike, next event you're at, I would really like to play some commander with you. You seem like you'd be less that fun. It's a Racky the podcast. Thank you for the follow, Lee Bat09 Pro. Beef patties, mashed potatoes, and parsley green. Bushy peas. Yeah, the trim on those models is so good, isn't it, Jay? Early rounds of an obviously a dog cam, very nice. Love the trim. Yeah, the trim on those models is just so good. I'd like that English militiaman out for my. You would take him out for some mushy peas. Yum yum, yum yum yum. I totally zonked out after all the games Saturday. Anything they don't need to chew. Because I saw you guys coming in and playing Commander, and I was like, I mean, I don't play Magic. Like, I guess I'm just gonna go home. I went home and I painted that model. In that article, I went home and finished it. I've been disengaging a lot of extracurriculars at events to make sure I get time to just chill with people I'm there to see. Which, yeah, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know, trying to get me with Magic, I was like, I don't know. I was in a bad mood just because of some of the old world stuff. I was going into one of my little depression holes, and I was like, I just need to leave. So I left as quick as possible. Yeah, you're not gonna get me with Magic, though. That's not happening. Never say never. What if I have a Spider-Man Commander deck for you to use? You already offered it. Brian won with the Green Goblin deck I brought. I'm glad to hear it. Do you think we should paint something on his back? Should we freehand something here? I keep looking at this and I'm like, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of damage. Or should I just let it be? Let it be, let it be, let it be. It's the best part. What, the fact that it's flat? Or the fact that I should put freehand in there? That is prime real estate for some sort. I know! That's why I keep looking at it. I'm like, there needs to be something here. Freehand the silver whatever symbol. The 3 pennies? How good is your straight line work on wrinkly cloth? It's okay, I guess. Give him like a yen symbol, the freehand. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yen. That's good. How'd your classes go, Painter Jay? By the way, Jay kindly was one of the judges for the amateur painting part of... I say amateur. The not masters. Is it called amateur? That seems insulting. The not masters voting portion of Everwinter, so thank you very much for doing that. Standard. That's a better word. That's a much better word for it. Yeah, you see, because amateur sounds insulting. I was gonna say, the people that put that stuff in there, it wasn't amateur. It was good stuff. Yeah, I would say pretty much every entry was good. It was good stuff. regret not entering. So I knew you would, man. I kept telling you. What was it gonna look up? I felt my brain leaking out of my yen symbol. That's what it was. Yen symbol. So you're talking about this, Chris? Don't know. Standard. I regret not entering something in this very finished model. They need more entries in standard. There were some categories that were unopposed, but lots of awesome work. Yeah, that was weird, right? Oh, I guess you can't actually see it. This. Is this the yen symbol you're talking about, Chris? The Y with the two lines through it? Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, we can't just have a symbol here because it's not going to look very good. So we got to surround it with something. We should put like a circle. I'm like gesturing on the model that you guys can't see. I hope, just believe me. Just believe that I was gesturing. So we should do... We gotta, like, stylize it a little bit. So what do we do? We should probably do a circle. Kind of like a mon. Japanese mon. What color should we do? So if we do a circle... Draw the head of his weapon around the yen symbol. That's a good idea. So you're saying this thing. His grippa. Is it find something that's already a perfect circle and put... Just need painter's tape? I mean, I could just... I'm just gonna draw it. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, circle seems good. Yeah, mon of money. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. How do I draw that? So do I draw a circle? So it's not going to be exactly like this. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle, but I'll have these like two little crown things sticking out. I don't really care about the fold. I mean, there's not a lot of folds up here anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, like an omega. But what color does it need to be? If I do this in black, what color should the money symbol be? Red to tie it into the red on the tattoos. Do red. Gold! Gold wouldn't look very good on green. Gold! It wouldn't look very good on this green. It would blend right in. I love gold! Kind of my thing. Alright, let's do black, though. You know, I'm gonna give you a Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog? I want a skull. Well, I'm gonna give you Kermit the Frog. I want a skull. Okay, so we want it to be... Because if we're going to do this, we are going to want... And I could not imagine doing this with anything other than Monument Hobbies Satin Black. It would be good as a non-funny answer. Thanks. Got my mind on the money. The good news is that it doesn't have to even really look like a circle, in all honesty. Good enough. It ain't perfect, but I don't care. Oh, Wilmar. Did you think it was ironic that my Dutch was the thing that almost won a painting contest? The irony. That's what the D in Dr.D stands for. It's Dutch. I'm glad. I'll start doing more stuff like that if people really liked it. Yeah, the next one I think I'm going to work on is this one. I've been meaning to work on this forever. But this, it's a famous painting. It's called The Emperor's New Clothes. It's Emperor Napoleon when he poses. There's like a famous painting of him when he's the emperor. Dr. Dutch. The D is for Dutch. And then it actually... So, I probably would lose again, Jason, because of your rules. But that actually includes a little paper... It will have the free dust, yes. It actually has the painting. A little piece of paper. So you're supposed to glue it to the easel. I assume I will lose because it's not actually painted, but, you know. Paint over it? No! I'll just lose again, it's fine, and then I'll complain, Jason. And I'll blame you for it. I'm just too much of a chicken. Just too much of a chicken to redraw The Emperor's New Clothes, one of the most famous paintings in all of France. You're just scared. If I had my way, the flag would have been the wrong way. Oh, that's probably what did it. Wait, CJ, I made the mistake of putting the stupid flag on there in the first place. I don't know. Jay, you should know that I don't know if it was like self-contempt or just an honest-to-goodness. Like, he's a back doctor, not a wind doctor. I didn't think anyone would give a single shit about that thing. I was like, I'm just going to put this in there because I want to give Wicked Dicey $10. That was the only reason I did it. And the outcry for it was staggering. Couldn't believe how many people loved it. So, like, I put the flag on there, had no expectation that anyone would give a shit. But I was shocked. Staggeringly shocked. I was shocked. Shocked! Well, actually, not that shocked. Our Bender's the evil Bender? Shocked. Shocked. Actually, not that shocked.
You hate to see it,
Yeah,
Chuck.
I hate to see it, Chuck.
Details of the whole ship as they did every other entry combined. Well, then why didn't I win, Jason? Just take the stupid flag off. I'm not actually upset. Kara was pissed when I told her. I was like, yeah, I didn't win because of the flag or something. And she was like, that's bullshit. was like, Kara, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Sorry, this might be a little off camera. Cause I'm free! Free-handed. Hey, yo, Cash Money. They also gave the other lady crap because she didn't paint her piece of wood. Did they let her win? Are you talking about the one that won best in standard? That lady? Man, the ship is probably what we all agree is going to win with those Dutch models really take away from everything we stand for. Yeah, that's a good idea. I can do that. Well, I'm gonna brighten it up. I'm not gonna leave it that dark. No, the group of busts mounted on the piece of wood. Oh, for God's sakes, really? Fucking Christ. Did she win? I actually don't know who won that brain, please, that category. I was touched that the announcer guy specifically called me out, though. He's like, you know, just so you know, you've inspired an entirely new category of winning for the next one. You know, like, because of the Dutch? Yeah, Wilmar, you better not show up with nothing that ain't made out of wood. Okay, so she won, but I didn't. Like, really? I'm assuming they haven't actually posted the pictures of it yet. Wait a minute. Let's go find out. It's funny because I won the very first best in sci-fi or whatever it was, and then they never actually put my picture up. They never actually took a picture of the model. He was a big historical guy and loved the rigging. He was a big historical guy and loved the rigging. I think the rigging is one of my favorite parts. I do think is this not it? This one? It says Wicked Brush 2025. This is January. Right, okay. So they have two 2025s? Nice. Nice. was gonna say, that did seem a little fast. I'd be shocked if they got it up that fast. I'm not actually upset. I hate to break it to you, Jason, but I already declared myself the winner. I will be telling people that I won. I'm not losing because of a flag. I'll be like, yeah, they let some other chick hold on to it. You won the heart. I sure shit won the hearts. You ain't wrong about that. Sheesh. While we're waiting for this to dry. Yeah, anybody who hasn't read it, this is that article I was talking about earlier. This is the model we painted on the stream. Actually. I ran home, Saturday, during the con. I ran home and I actually finished them up and I got the article pictures ready. But that is my contribution. I think it came out real good. I think that yellow jacket works. There's really not a whole lot in it that's, like, imperative information. It's just him talking about... It's just him mostly comparing the old sculpts with the new ones. He goes over a little bit of the history. I didn't know this, but apparently this thing right here, that is essentially like a... it's meant to protect the stockings. I thought it was actually a part of the boot, but that's not a boot. It's actually a shoe. So it's a shoe with a... it's essentially like a gaiter. Really pops next to the right. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I thought. So when I painted the yellow originally, I was like, ooh, this doesn't look very good. And then as soon as I put that red in there, yeah, it pops out real good. I don't know who this is. I think this must be one of the new named commanders coming out in the new book. This is the original Spanish commander. That's the online exclusive one. There's a new one. He's the first Spanish model I've painted, so I didn't have anything else to compare him to. That's why there's a Dutchman next to him. But yeah. It was a great model. Really enjoyed painting it. I am gonna get Blood and Plunder into the next Everwinter. So if you thought that just having one model in that room, if you have a room full of people playing boats, I think we're going to attract some attention. Making waves. Oh. Oh. I don't know if I need to put white on it. Yeah, I do. I think that white might have just ruined some of my work, but that's fine. We can fix. Yeah, I should have traced it before I highlighted the reds. That's okay. That white's gonna look a little spotty, but that's okay. Kind of going for the impression, not the perfection. It ain't perfect, but it'll work. Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good enough. Samurai boy. Yeah, Mike. You're always the enemy. Mike is the enemy. End of statement. Alright, so we gotta paint a lot of yeller. As always, we go to that classic burnt orange. Classic. Oh, who got best painted at the Infinity event? Jonah won, yeah. People's choice, Mr. Coon. What does people's choice mean? Also, I don't think Jonah paints his own stuff, because he asked me, he wanted to commission me to paint all of his models, so I don't think he paints his own stuff. I voted Dragoon because he did Nomads. Represent! I mean, I do think unequivocally Jonah is the best painter in our area for sure. Majority vote. The players had him. Jonah won by judges. That's an interesting way to do it. Was that 2 separate awards? Oh shit. That's great. That's awesome. You know, I gotta say, that is the one thing that I think Keith did best, is his prize support giving was fucking exceptional. Everybody got stuff. Everybody got to feel special. And again, it's kind of alluding to what I was saying before. It's like you have to separate winning from being the thing that people celebrate. And I think that he did an absolutely phenomenal job on that. Yeah, I know, right? He had some stuff. Yeah, with the terrain and stuff. Like, that's sick. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right? The movement tool. Yeah, the movement tool was really cool. I kind of wanted one. I'm not gonna lie, but Keith did an incredible job. Absolutely phenomenal. And a sick piece of terrain. I was surprised by the. He definitely got more stuff since we had huge numbers. We got movement tools, all with our ITS names. Did he really? That's fucking amazing. I got home an hour before I told the wife to expect me because the award stuff was run so crispy. You gotta love that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, Keith is an incredible TO. There's no doubt. I'm glad it went so well. I really am. You know what? We gotta give this boy yellow shoes. Is that crazy? Am I crazy? Nah, I should do him brown. No yellow shoes. I'm a coward. I chickened out. Chickened out last minute. Red shoes? I can do red shoes. I think red shoes work. He is an administrator. Yes, he is. I will say, when I was running even my like little events, right? It's like the logistics it takes to just get prize support and all that. It's quite the undertaking. And you know, like we're blessed, right? Because like CB wants to give prizes. Firelock, when they gave me prize support, I was like, holy crap! They gave me like a ton. So why didn't Derek go? Derek wasn't there, right? I don't think I saw him. Put up the measuring things in a whip. No, I saw him. Yeah, it's like it's the Beantown Beatdown, right? With the Joan of Arc, like crushing the cup or whatever. I saw him. I was like, oh, those are really cool. I really like those. I really love those measuring tools. Yeah, the fact that it has your guys' ITS names on them, that's amazing. That's really cool.
Talks about Infinity, only a Rushing podcast. Only a Rushing podcast. Directly the podcast.
Thank you for the follow. One sec. I'm just trying to make sure I don't spill anything on my hard work here. PJ the Great 135. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Deezaster Zone. Hope you like opinions about random things. Mr. Birdteeth, what's going on, man? Greetings to the zone. Welcome. It's been a little while. How you been holding up? By the way, anybody who knows, I might be buying the business Monday. Not tomorrow, but the Monday after. Just hanging out. I've been doing fine. Got a decent amount of painting done. How are things going? I've been great. Quite honestly, I've had a very good day. I slept. I got told a lot of stuff I really enjoyed hearing. I get to play Final Fantasy, the Silent Hill 2 remake some more. We are now in the Labyrinth, to anybody who knows that game. We're technically not in the Labyrinth. We're in Toluca Prison. Toluca Lake Prison. Spoiler alert to a 20-year-old game. The remake is very good. To drop the best infection. So he showed up for like 7 minutes and then left. I don't understand. But that's okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to understand. You know what? If we're going to do red shoes, let's do yellow gaiters. I've also gotten a lot of painting done, Mr. Birdteeth. I don't know. I have trouble doing anything else. If I'm sitting around and I'm not doing anything, I'm like, I could be painting right now. I painted a dragon for a friend. I think I managed to get the wings appropriately membranous. What an unfortunate time to be literate. That's amazing. What kind of dragon? Are we talking like a D&D dragon? Or are we talking like AOS Drake? That's amazing, though. Happy to hear that. That's a particular cromulent. I've never seen that word before. I use words as weapons. It's a great Seether song, by the way. Alright. Well, I guess I gotta look it up. It's more of a D&D style. It's from Dragon Trapper's Lodge, an STL designer. Okay, we'll look it up right now. Because you're special to me, Birdteeth, and I want to know what you did. Dragon Trapper's Lodge STL. Which one is it? There's like 1,000 of them. There's something called literally Dragonology 101. And since apparently we have a dictionary in the chat, cromulent. Acceptable or adequate? Cromulent.
What's your profanity?
What's your profanity? Soulbound mount. Okay, I'm looking it up. I'm doing it right now. Soulbound mount. Hi, Tizzy. Dude, that model's sick. This is what he's talking about. Boom. Look at that thing, eh? Look at that. Birdteeth painted that. That looks awesome. You painted that? How's it going, Tiz? Great job, Birdteeth. That must have looked really good. Hey, Tizzy, I just got told that the business buy might just be going through by the beginning of next week. Which means after that, I can spend my money pretty much however I please. So hopefully I'll have my Adepticon hotels sorted shortly. But we, Mike, are we still talking about doing this Airbnb thing for Adepticon? Good night, brothers and sisters. Good night, Bagel. Oh, Bagel. I need a game for tomorrow. Do you want... I'm gonna just ask in the Bushido thing and just bring a list, but I think I'm probably gonna be playing Bushido until... Or mostly Bushido until the Masters. We'll see Bagel and friends, Walmart, myself, Ref, and you. Yeah. Well, and Kara, I guess. She says that as long as she has her own bed to sleep in, she doesn't care. Hopefully she lets me sleep in the same bed. I put it in the whips, or in this case, warp recent progress. Okay. I will look at it momentarily. Let me just do another code of this. Yeah, we did not do a whip it. I don't think anybody posted anything anyway, but... Okay. Let's take a look. Every day is a good day when you paint. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yummy. Membranous is a good word for it. I like the bright red spots. Yeah, you could definitely tell it's like leathery compared to the like chitin. Is it chitin? Scales? Scales and chitin, two different things. Great job, man. Yeah, the fact that you can distinguish between these two things even though they're the same color, that's great. Really well done, man. Big fan. He's looking into my soul. Great job, Bird Teeth. That's really good. You did it for your friend. Is he using it for anything, or is he actually using it for like D&D? Yeah, I'd be proud to have something like this in my house. This is great. I'm saying I'm slowly getting there. I think you might already be there. Bird Teeth, are you the one? Are you the guy? Are you the guy? Trying to sucker him into mini gaming by giving him a dragon. That's I think that might be misleading. Or what do they say? What's the right word? It's not misleading. Where you're doing something for like another reason. What's the word I'm looking for? Ulterior, I guess. Yeah. Oh, guys, I get to wake up really early tomorrow, too, because I get to go donate more blood. Hooray! They lost my blood sample twice. Yeah, I was gonna say, you definitely got some ulterior motives. Yeah, I may have ulterior motives. What game do you want him to play? Because that's on a round base, so I don't think it's Old World. Here, please, this extremely consuming hobby. Do you want to never have disposable income again? Well, by God, do I have the hobby for you. One-page rules? That's great. I love one-page rules. Okay, so what do we do with this hat? We'll keep talking to you in a second. I need to actually figure out what I'm doing. So it's gonna be mostly yellow, and then I think I'm gonna do this thing in black. So the band around it will be black, but I think the headpiece itself is gonna be yellow. Or as they say where I'm from, yeller. Yeah, I was doing a lot of one-page rolls there for a while. Then the guys playing it started getting a little, I don't know if inconsistent word. There was a long stretch of time there where I couldn't go, and then I had a couple weekends off where I was like, okay, what are you guys doing? I think I can finally go, and then they were like silent. And then as soon as I got busy again, immediately they started talking again. So I'm like, okay, I guess this is just not meant to be. And lately, Bushido, funnily enough, is the exception. I have trouble enjoying playing anything other that's not Blood and Plunder. I can't stop. I got the bug. We got that Infinity Slow Grow coming up. And I'm thinking that they are gating. I mean, hey, you're pushing me right out. That's probably for the best. I feel like this league is gonna be it. Like, it's gonna be it's either gonna drag me in, and I'm gonna start playing again, or I'm gonna have another year of hibernation. It's like Groundhog Day. Don't put that pressure on me, Ricky Bobby. I mean, it's not really up to you. It's up to who I play against. Oh, it's up to my dice, really. I was gonna say, I don't think it's anybody's prerogative than my dice. Or do they see their shit? I'll even do you guys a benefit of the doubt, and I'll track how many times I roll each number. Just so people can't be like, well, John, you remember the bad rolls, remember the good ones. Uh-huh. Like, held my dice close and serenaded them into giving you better rolls? That's awesome. Good for you, man. Did it work? I talk to your dice to fix them. What faction should I play, Mike? Which faction of O12? You said you're doing Starmada? Which they continue to do for most of my games until my round 4th opponent made 8 consecutive saves with their SAMs against my HRL. You see, that's the tricky thing, is you can't include your opponent's rolls to be the reason, right? Because it's like, that's the weird nature of armor saves, is if they roll hot, there's like almost nothing you can do. Just because of the fact that it's like, if you hit them and they don't die, you're like, okay, so what do I do? I've hit you with so many bullets that I could put down a small army, and your guy just with no armor decided to not die. I don't know what I can do. Quadruple. I'm playing Starmada, so you can match me or choose the other stuff. Wow, I can? Very descriptive, Mike. I haven't looked at 012. I'm going in blind. I don't know. You can't decide for me. Yeah? It reminded me of that demo you gave me at your old place where you had that Prime shoot one of my models a ton and I made it through. That's what I'm saying. I see it all the time. Like, you know, you pass an armor save here and there. Great. That's wonderful. Like, I just remember my game against Josh. I think it was a Shaolin monk. I put like 8 hits into him with like an HR with a heavy machine gun. Passed every save. Every single one of them. I think they're armor 0. I want to say, I think Shaolin monks are armor. They're either armor 1 or 0. They were not in cover. And he just stood there. Just kept getting hit. Didn't die. Just didn't die. You know, while we were playing at that last event that Mike did, there was a machine gun turret that couldn't hit me. So thankfully, I was rolling it non-face-to-face with an HMG. I think I hit that thing like 6 times. It just didn't die. I ran out of orders. Armor 0. No cover. Just sitting there. Just kept passing arm saves. I'm like, okay. Guess I can't do anything. My Fugazi cover passed 18 armor saves, looking for 8s. Only reason I won, I think, against Nuds, it was only because he offered me a prize if I won, so I had to try. It was still down to the last order on who won. You see, that sounds fun. Don't put that curse on me, Ricky Bobby. A bit frustrating limiting it for him with that eating up his first turn, but he got good towards the end. That building is great, all put together. Oh, did he post it? You know post? You know post, okay. Where is it? Beantown Lab. That looks so good. That looks amazing.
He's almost done.
Yeah, so we'll probably stop stream after... As much as I don't like to say it, maybe after I'm done with this yellow, because I do gotta make sure I hit the hay, because I do gotta wake up early. Which I hate, because we're doing so well. I'm skipping the storage shelves for inside. That stuff has constant repair written all over it. Yeah, you ain't kidding. People don't ever want to play with interiors anyway, which I despise, because I think fighting within interiors is awesome. That's good. Easy. That's awesome. I love that. I mean, I do think it adds something. Not even just from a thematic standpoint, but I think even from a gameplay standpoint. Hey, Chris, Kara was legitimately sad when she thought about the fact that you weren't playing Blood and Plunder anymore. She was like, it really stinks that Chris doesn't want to play anymore. I thought it was sweet. I thought it was very cute.
You know, I guess, you know, you gotta leave when people want more as opposed to when they get tired of you. I think I might be finishing this guy off stream, but all I gotta do left is I gotta finish up this yellow, do the black on the headband, and just some metal, and I think this guy's all done. But yeah, I gotta make sure I get some sleep, because tomorrow's gonna be miserable. I gotta wake up at like 6 o'clock to drive into the city. Which stinks. Why doing? Why, Mike? He's looking good, though. Yeah, so... what we might be painting coming up, I think it's gonna start getting real random, just because it's gonna be bouncing between different people's models. The only thing I gotta make sure I do is I just want to make sure I finish everything for Masters. So it's gonna be a good chunk of Bushido coming up, if you find that interesting. If not, then hopefully you still come and we can hang out. First I gotta finish my list. So, I think it's gonna be a good mix. But yeah, I'm gonna go make my tea. So guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. It's a privilege, as always, to get to hang out with you. Thank you for the new followers. That's really cool. And I hope I get to see you guys soon. I didn't think I was going to be streaming today because I thought we were going to go to New York, but things changed because I thought I was going to get on yesterday, but I forgot that Everwinter's actual streaming messes with my time. So that didn't work out. So thankfully I got to do it today. And I should be here Thursday. I don't see why not. But we'll see. Hopefully I'll be here Thursday. So guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Absolute privilege as always. Hope to talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Actually, we should do a raid. Raiding time. Good. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later.